So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I measured and spec'd Free City's denim deck pant. So the first thing was the waist relax. So I'm just going to go on this side over here. I have laid the pant flat. Notice that the front dips, but when I measure, I'm just going to line up the top of the waist, and I'm just going to go straight across with my tape measure, so it's from edge to edge. And another important measurement is the waist stretch. So this one you need someone to help you. So you're going to have someone open up the waist and then again just measure it from edge to edge. So this is important because you want to make sure that your elastic has enough elasticity. And the hip measurement is what we call 3-point. So on this, what I've done is I've measured from the top of the waist down along the outseam, and I'll mark this so you can see it, but we just put a mark, so it's 8 inches down. We're going to measure straight down from the top of the waist at the center, 8 inches, and I'll mark that, and I'll do the same thing on the other side seam. And then just going to kind of pat this flat, and I'll measure starting at the side seam, and I'm going to angle to this 8-inch mark and then pivot and angle back to the other side seam. And let's see, the thigh on this one, what I've actually done is I measured from mid gusset. So what I've done is I've measured from the seam here on this middle gusset and went straight across to the side seam. And then we have a knee. So what I did for the knee was I actually just measured, it's going to be an actual seam here, and I'm just going to measure from the inseam all the way to the outseam. And then the bottom close. So the zipper could be open or closed. So go ahead and close the zipper and then just measure across the bottom. We also, though, okay, so then I'm going to open up the zipper, and we want to get the width on this gusset. So what I try to do is just to measure from the actual seam to seam. I measured on the inside straight across. And the front rise is going to be from the top of the waist to the joint of this gusset. So that was the front rise. Similarly on the back, I'm going to measure from the top of the waist to the joint of this gusset seam. And then, because it's part of the rise, we also need to measure this gusset width from seam to seam. And then we have the inseam. So this inseam is so complicated, it's so pieced together. What I decided to do is actually take the total inseam length from hem to hem, and then, so this was 53. So Free City actually wanted the inseam to be an inch longer. So I'm going to add 1 and 1. So I'm going to add 2 inches and then split that measurement in half. So this is how I came up with the inseam measurement. The outseam, let's go ahead and flip it back over. And just measure from the top of the waist to the bottom. And then remember, it's going to be an inch longer than this sample. And okay, so the back pocket. So we have a lot of measurements in the back pocket. We have back pocket in the middle, so just try to lay it as flat as possible. Back pocket in the middle. So that's the length. And then we have back pocket width in the middle. Just kind gonna estimate the middle of the pocket, go straight across. And then we have back pocket overlay length. So here it is, I'm measuring at the side, and then the overlay width, which is at the bottom of the pocket. And then we have the front pocket length. So I'm going to measure the longest part of this pocket straight down, and then the front pocket length at the side, and the front pocket width at the bottom. And then we have the front pocket hem width. And then another measurement is for the placement. So I'm going to measure from the top of the waist to the top of the pocket. Free City actually wanted to move this pocket up a ½ inch, so follow the spec and not what you see on the sample here. And then front pocket to the side seam. So again, Free City wanted to move this pocket closer to the side seam. So, but this is how you do it. You measure from the pocket edge to the side seam. And then also, we added a bellows. So the bellows actually sews from this corner along the bottom up to the top. And the depth of that bellows is 1 inch. That's it.